You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It's Belynda from Soap Dirt, and I've got our weekly prediction edition for your ABC soap opera. Our prediction this week are about Portia and Esme and Drew and what's going to happen to him after this looks like a near-death incident, right? It's pretty scary. And Dr. Montague and Sasha are the topic of my third prediction. All of these predictions are based in firm, confirmed General Hospital spoilers, and I'm going to tell you the spoilers that they relate to so that you can see where I got this from and that I'm not just coming out of left field. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our GH updates. And now let's dig in. My first prediction is that Portia is going to use Esme to try and disrupt Sprina's big romantic weekend. So there's an undated spoiler for the week of the 25th through the 29th, this coming week, that says Esme raises an alarm. So this could be more serious, like the baby is missing because, as I keep wondering, is Nick going to steal his kid? I totally think that he would do it, and it would get General Hospital from having to work with babies on the set because they're so limited in how they have to work, and it's more of a scheduling thing. And then if Nicholas takes the kid, he can come back in like 6 months or a year, and the kid's like 3. They can just do a total source. So it could be something nefarious like that, or it just could be Esme trying to interrupt just to kind of block Sprina from getting closer. But it's been confirmed by Soap Digest that Spencer and Trina do make love. So their weekend gets off to a great start. They go to the theater. They hit the sheets. Is anybody else weirded out by that phrase, make love? It feels so 1970s Harlequin romance novel. It's just, making love is one of those phrases. I don't know why it bothers me. It's also like the word moist. That bothers me too. All right, sorry to digress. So we know that Portia is really bothered about this Sprina trip. When Curtis told her about it, she was trying to be all chill and calm, but then Portia was chatting with Esme. Esme, who tried to send her daughter to prison, okay? Just awful. I think the only person that Esme did dirtier was Jocelyn by posting that sex tape, right? So if it had been up to Esme, Trina would probably still be in prison. But Portia is cool with her. And it's like, oh, that's a totally different person. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is a person who did something horrible, but somehow she hates Spencer more. And so she's willing to chummy up to awful Esme. I don't care about the amnesia. The girl's evil, and she tried to do something horrible to her daughter. So what I'm wondering is, because Esme sees Portia as basically a friend and a confidant, so I just kind of wonder, is this alarm that Esme raises something that Portia encourages to try and get her to reach out to Spencer and go, oh, something's going on with Ace, something like that, to try and end their weekend early, something like that. But the good news is they get their big romantic moment. The Sprina fans get the payoff they've been waiting on for a while. And then we just have to wait and see what Esme is alarmed about and who she's raising the alarm to. All right, so our second prediction is that Drew Cain survives the prison beating, but it's a close call and it's scary. So on Friday, Drew was beaten up in the shower. Me personally, I suspect that Cyrus set it up. So for one of two reasons. One is so he could save Drew's life and kind of cancel out that life debt he owes him for saving him with a heart attack. Or he could have had him attacked to demonstrate to Drew that he needs Cyrus's protection and alliance because Sonny can't protect him. One of the two. Those are things I suspect. So next week's spoilers for Monday the 25th have Carly at General Hospital, and she's getting an update from Liz, no doubt, about Drew's status. Remember, he was barely breathing. He was completely unconscious. He'd been beat within an inch of his life. Sonny races over to GH on Monday as well. And then an undated spoiler for next week, but I suspect Monday or Tuesday, probably Monday. Carly is lashing out at Sonny. she's blaming him for this attack. So now we have some websites that make up stuff and some channels that copy it and make up stuff saying that Drew is leaving, that his contract is up, oh, he's out, he's going to die. He's going to die, and Steve Burton is going to come right back at the same time to replace him. Okay, so I would love it if Steve Burton came back, but his contract with Days of Our Lives is not up until October at some point. So the earliest, if GH was ready to bring him back for some reason or entertaining that offer, he couldn't be back until, he couldn't even start filming until that contract is up at some point in October, which means he couldn't even show up until November or December if he walked off the lot at Days of Our Lives and on to the Prospect Park or wherever they're shooting GH now. So I don't see that happening. So Cameron's first air date, by the way, Cameron Mathison, who plays Drew, his first air date was August 16th, 2021. He did not say at the time that he was hired how long his contract for, but they're always in increments of a year. And as of August 16th, 2023, he hit the 2-year mark. So maybe it's a 2-year deal and maybe they have signed him up for a new one. Generally, if you're axed, you leave at around the time of your contract start date, which would have been in mid-August. Here we are dancing towards October. So I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think so. So, probably not until 2024 unless they fire him for some reason, but it doesn't seem that any of that's happening. So he's going to survive. Hopefully this beating will be some more of the catalyst to expose that judge and, get him out of prison. So we'll see. All right, my third and final prediction is about Dr. Montague and him getting his hands on Sasha again. But real quick before I dig in, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our General Hospital updates, spoilers, and news. And definitely click a like if you're enjoying this prediction edition. So remember, Cody, Sam, and Dante were talking, and they definitely suspect that Dr. Montague wanted to kill Sasha to tie up loose ends. It was actually Sam saying that she suspected that. And that way, Montague can't get in trouble if Gladys cracks and decides that, she can't do this. And she's already cracking. So on Tuesday, September 19th, we saw Cody telling Dante, Sam, and Sasha that he found a bottle full of pills on him when he attacked him and stole his outfits because he walked out in his clothes. And then Sam said, I think that he was going to tie up loose ends and kill her. And then this coming week, the week of the 25th through the 29th, Sasha is furious on Wednesday, the 27th. And then on the 28th, Cody completely snaps. And then on Friday, the 29th, Willow is freaked out. And maybe it's something to do with Montague at GH. Maybe he's getting Sasha back in his clutches. So then the spoilers for the week of October 2nd through 6th say that Sasha is facing danger. So I really wonder if Montague is going to get his hands on her, and he plans to do just as Sam predicted and everybody else worries, is to kill Sasha so that she cannot rat him out. I just hope that he's the one who ends up dead. That's all I hope. I mean, there's no redeeming him. I just kind of want her to something like where he's got, a syringe full of drugs and he's going to, give her this toxic overdose and he ends up getting the needle instead. I think that would be freaking fabulous. Hey, drop your comments below. I always read all your comments. I appreciate you interacting so much. It's a lot of fun to talk to you guys about where you think these storylines are going. So drop your comments on whether you think that I'm on the right track or if you think it's going in a total different direction. We can disagree and debate and discuss. I love all that. Thank you so much for tuning into this prediction edition. This has been Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.